Time to get this done. Nice. For some reason, I'm full of energy today. But the face still isn't right. I can never get the face right. I'm done for now. I just can't stand... Oh, damn. I will. Damn. I need to get much better. Are you looking for someone?
I'm supposed to bring this bread to Arcanta. He's spending the day up there on the roof of the cathedral. But how am I ever going to make it all the way up there?
Ah, afraid of heights, hmm? But do you want me to go?
No. I'll make it. I just need time.
Hey, take back what you said before.
What? What did I say?
Oh, come on. You know what you said.
About Aliena? Why would you care if I take her as a wife?
You don't get it, do you? Hey, little brother. I hope you appreciate that I look out for you.
I ate a beetle.
Don't tell Philip, all right? It's our secret. Come on, let's have fun.
Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, I can.
Tom and Philip said you can't. You have to work.
I know what they said. I was there, you know. Philip and Tom won't mind if we take a break. Sometimes people say one thing and mean another thing. Either he's stopped listening, or he's thinking about it. Right, the wall is already coming apart, and Alfred wants to put a stone ceiling on top instead of a wooden one. Idiot.
I will do everything in my power to make sure you are paid.
I know that you showed us mercy before when we had to flee from Earl's Castle. My husband has worked here ever since, and we would like to be close to Our Lady Aliena, but we have no choice.
Oh, Mary.
The same goes for us, Mary. We all owe Philip much.
I trust you, Father, but I risk my neck up there every day. My wife is right. If you can't pay, we'll have to move on.
Kingsbridge is our home. I don't want to leave.
Let me think of something. Maybe there's a way we can pay your workers early, Philip.
But selling the wool at the fleece fair will take at least a couple of days.
I'm sorry, but me and the other workers can't wait that long. Not now that everything is so unsure.
Trust me, Philip. I'll think of something.
Jack! Your corbel is still not finished, is it?
I will do it, all right? It's just not that easy to do it well.
I need it finished today. If you don't do it, Alfred will.
That's my corbel.
None of this is ours.
Doing the carvings is the only job you didn't give Alfred to screw up.
We should be thankful of the work we're allowed to do. And in our work, We must be thorough and steadfast.
Thankful for what we are allowed to do. You are the one who wouldn't settle for less than a cathedral. You could have had other work, but no. For months, you remained steadfast, no matter the cost. When are you going to tell Jonathan about what happened in the forest? Ah, shouldn't have said that about Jonathan. Damn it. They have problems with their hands and feet. Maybe I can find a way to help them. Not yet. I want to find out about the Amores first. Ali will be pretty impressed if I find that book. Brother Paul.
And that is little Jack. You see, he never paid the bridge toll when he came here. Sometimes you must show clemency and let those in need pass into our town without asking for coin.
I'll remember your words, Brother Paul.
Better not. One is too old for the book, and the other is too young. Everything all right, Jonathan? Hey. I doubt he would help me. I need to...
Ah.
I bet there are more nests around. Do you mind?
Oi, my ants!
I just took a few. They aren't all your ants.
Ah, there you are, Cub. I wanted to talk to you.
What is it?
I'm afraid there's a lot of trouble ahead of us. From what I heard from Tom, they're trying to shut down the construction.
They?
The Earl of Shiring. Tom is under a lot of stress. If it weren't for him, it would already be over.
Why are you telling me this? Did he say something about me?
No. But I know that he just can't stand to see you and Alfred arguing.
Just don't see why Alfred gets to do everything he wants.
Alfred is a master builder. You are an apprentice. There are rules. They may not be my rules, but they are yours. If you want to become a master builder.
Maybe.
Don't be angry, Cub.
I'm not. The Fullers down in Kingsbridge are having trouble with their hands.
I'm not surprised. I could only do it for a few days, even though Aliena paid well. Here, take this.
Ouch! Stinging nettle.
Yes, and you need to crush it with a pestle and mortar, and then make a balm from it. Cuthbert had a mortar, I think. The Fuller's hands will improve for a while. But only for a while. If they want to stop their hands from suffering, they need to stop fulling.
Maybe you're right. Thank you. That is something I would rather not discuss. As much as I'd like to, I did Hello, Milius.
Jack, and Jonathan. This is not the best of times.
Brother Cuthbert could have been a little more careful in storing the apples down here.
I'm sure it's fine, Brother Andrew.
I am not so sure. Even the salt is damp.
Cuthbert knew what he was doing.
What is Brother Andrew up to?
We will get a new cellarer soon. Andrew is preparing everything. Maybe they should get a new kitchener as well.
Why?
If what Cuthbert did was not good enough, then what I can do can't be much better. Cuthbert knew so much more than I did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a sausage missing.
No, there's not.
Ah, no. Here it is.
Better not. I don't want to disturb him.
We were thinking of getting a novice to do the work
No,
of the Sarah for a while.
Now, let's see. Here we go. Yes. Just a little more. Good. And now, what? Milius? Do you know how to make a bar?
Indeed. All it takes is some hot fat and beeswax.
Ah, thank you.
You know, you really wouldn't make a bad monk, Jack.
What, me? I think that would be a problem.
Why? You can read, you know about herbs, and you are good company.
Is this supposed to be wine?
What?
Here, in the corner.
No, it's vinegar.
It's vinegar. That shouldn't be here. What was Cuthbert thinking?
Oh, Lord. Give me the strength to endure this without chasing Brother Andrew from my kitchen.
I don't think I would make a good monk.
Why not? Philip thinks so too. He told me.
Never mind why. I don't need to be a monk to come around and talk to you, right?
That is true.
And I think I should get back to work soon. Thank you for your help. Maybe I... It's blocked.
Get up! The mortar won't mix itself.
What's the problem?
I'm taking me well-deserved break.
Well deserved. You deserve a good kicking, you lazy drunk.
Better a drunk than a bearded bastard. Come on then, kick me. Show me what you got.
Please, this is leading nowhere. Think for a moment what other people would do.
What?
Who?
Tom Builder.
Now, he's a hard worker, isn't he?
True, he's a hard worker, that he is. But also the man knows how to take a break. And he knows when to give others room for a break.
This is not your break.
You've been taking a shit for half a day and used up yours. Now don't you start and ruin mine too.
Oh, wow. Look at them go.
When I take a break, you take one too.
Has your wife been cooking again, eh?
Go, Jack! Oh, yes. Prior.
No, he's not.
And there's my problem. Get up, Philip.
No, he wouldn't. A break is a sin.
Well, that's...
It's not, but it's...
Alfred.
Oh, he's a must.
But he likes his bit.
Oh, yes. But he's always...
Always. You know, maybe I should...
Meat.
You have got to...
Well then, back to work.
No!
Alfred Builder would know when...
Alfred Builder would know...
The Earl of...
Earl Bartholomew or...
Percy Hamley! You don't know the name of our Earl?
He's not my Earl. I'm from Earl's Castle. Bartholomew was my Earl.
But he's dead now, isn't he? Gone. You should know the name of your new Earl.
What? The fat one?
Percy Hamley.
You know what? I refuse to remember that night.
What?
For spite! It wasn't right what he did to my Earl.
You know what? What? I refuse to remember your name as well.
You wouldn't.
Already did it.
What about King's...
Now.
How would you...
He's got a...
He's the king.
And he's sitting on it.
Oh, like you.
Yeah, like me on... Or you on yours when...
I
heard you farting from here.
You think I want to shit for half a day? You...
Ah, Jack Jackson.
Who's that?
Never heard that.
That's me.
I thought you would...
Well...
I don't know what to make of you.
Shouldn't you be working?
You're just running about everywhere.
At least don't keep us from working, thank...
Oh, forget it. The sub-prior.
He
is. And...
What?
That...
Who?
Sub-prior Remigius! You fool!
What?
How dare they? How dare you? Shouting in the cemetery like heathens!
But we...
Silence! Do you have any idea how hard the work of a sub-prior is? How much devotion and painful work it... And you...
We didn't!
Silence, I say! I will think of a way to make you two...
I think they'll be busy for a while.
We place our trust in you. We take you in. And this is how you thank us?
Hello, Cuthbert. I hope you're happy wherever you...
What do you mean? He's lying, right? I made sure.
Philip thinks we might...
No. That's why I... To make sure. I hope you will remember you...
I'll bury you, brother. Don't worry. And thank you for looking after Cuthbert. before him, not a single fort remains. I think that was all of
Friar
them.
Philip is too forgiving.
Everything all right, Jonathan?
The sub-prior has to handle everything he neglects. Everything. As sub-prior, I have even more responsibilities than the prior himself.
Hey, Alfred.
What? Ow! What did you do?
Jack, this is... what do you... I just want you to take back...
So what if I would marry?
Mind your own...
Look who's talking.
Well, how can I if you keep distract... No. Alfred?
What? Hey! You will never be a builder if you go on like that. You will end up hung in...
I said, what?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
What did you say?
I overheard it in the tavern. Someone said your father was a thief, and that he was hanged in Shiring. I'm so sorry.
So what? Why would you care?
Jack,
You should apologize for what you said about Aliena instead.
Forget it.
No. Hey. No, the other ants are his.
Why won't you let us work? Don't you know how serious the situation in Kingsbridge is right now? What? What did he write?
Alfred can't read.
Right, Jonathan, but you can. Well done.
Jack! What is wrong with you? Stop it, goddammit!
Oh, you see what happens when you don't apologize?
Jack, stop it, please!
Oh, and will you take back what you said?
All right. I am sorry. Now, will you let us work, please?
Oh, it wasn't so hard now, was it?
And more worries.
I should ask someone who... I'm looking for a book by Ovid.
Oh, we saw some in Shiring and in Winchester.
There are also a few copies in Salisbury, I believe. Which ones are you looking for?
The Amores?
Have you heard of that? That was one of the copies in Winchester, I think. Did you read it?
Me? I don't remember.
He did.
Just a page or two.
Sounds like the right book, and Winchester's not far. I should tell Ali what I found out. What is it that you're working on?
I'm copying pages of the book Prior Philip wrote. We finished the original last year.
I didn't know he wrote a book.
Not many know of it. The content is...
He's critical of the church and bishops. After his experience with Bishop Waleran, he studied about what he calls Judicia Cleri.
Judicia Cleri? The judgments of the clergy?
Yes. In the past, there were many cruel tests that were made to discover whether a man was guilty or not. The Lord was to judge them. These ordeals were called Judicium Dei, the judgment of God. Some had to hold burning iron in their bare hands. Others were drowned. Some were burned on the pyre. And if they were innocent, God would save them.
There'd be no martyrs if that were true. Even Adolphus would have been saved.
Yes. God works in mysterious ways. The prior wants these horrible ordeals to become a thing of the past, for cruelty only leads to more cruelty.
But I heard of miracles. Saints that survived burnings.
True. However, Prior Philip believes these were not judgments of God, but judgments of the clergy.
Judicia Cleri.
Yes! Stories and fake ordeals to redeem friends and allies of the clergy.
Fake miracles? By the church? Ooh, that sounds like Philip is asking for trouble. Whoever is accused of fakery and heresy will not be likely to respond well to that.
But we believe Philip is right.
This is the second millennium. We must finally learn from past mistakes.
I just don't see how you can possibly regain our trust.
try this.
Whenever did you find the time to make a balm, handsome Jack? Don't you have work to do?
Who would I be if I could just pass by ladies in need?
Does that mean you'll join us and do some filling?
I have my own work to do, so that won't work, I'm afraid.
Oh, of course. Suddenly you've got work to do. But I dare say, that balm works. My hands feel much better. Thank you.
You're welcome, ladies. Come on, Jonathan. Let's tell Ali what I found out.
Ranulph of Chester and his half-brothers stole Lincoln Castle from Stephen. At least this is a chance for us to take it back.
For us? Who is us? The whole of England is strangled by new taxes and torn apart by this senseless quarrelling.
Senseless quarrelling? You still think I'm just playing around?
No.
I put my life at risk, Annie, for you and me. This isn't a game.
I know that.
Do you? It's an honor to be one of the King's Knights.
An honor that costs a lot of money.
Oh, now you broke it, Jonathan.
There's someone at the door. I'll be right back.
Oh. Go play.
Jack.
Hey.
So,
Yes.
what brings you here?
Do you have a visitor?
Are you jealous?
Everything all right there?
Yes, it will just take a minute. Sorry, my brother is waiting. He has to ride back to Shiring soon.
Ah, I see. All right. I just wanted to tell you that I found out about the book.
What book? Oh, Ovid. You were still looking for that.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. It just feels like there are so many problems. That reminds me. Could you tell Philip that I've come up with an idea?
Oh. How?
I'll buy up all of his wool, but I need to go to Shiring first.
All right. By the way, they have a copy of the Amores.
Oh? I think I know someone who might be... But first we need to make sure Philip gets his money and talks to Percy.
Who?
Percy
Percy Hamley, the fat oaf.
Congratulations, everybody.
So what?
I think I should be going.
Ah, all right. See you later, Jack.
Of course.
Bastards.
You're gonna have to forget that word really quick, little brother.
So for them, you've got money, Ali?
So you were eavesdropping on me. Great. That deal with Philip will help them and us, Richard.
Robert of Gloucester is advancing on Lincoln as we speak. Tomorrow we will ride from Shiring. And what I need from you is money for a new sword and a gambeson. And I want my shield painted in Stephen's colours.
Is this leading anywhere, Richard? You've been doing this for years now, and has the king ever considered making you Earl of Shiring?
Not yet. But I fought side by side with him before. He knows my name, Ali.
Oh. Oh, all right. I will meet you in Shiring, and I'll bring...
Father Philip.
Yes?
Aliena says you can pay your workers. She has enough money to buy up all the Priory's wool and sell it in Shiring. And that way, you get your money earlier.
Really?
But you have to accompany her to Shiring. She has to fetch the money first.
The sooner the better. I have to talk to Percy Hamley anyway. Thank you, Jack. Now you better get back to work. Tom wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, if I talk to Tom now, he'll insist I stay at the construction site and work. Am I really done out here?
Jack!
What?
Come here, please. You wanted to finish your Corbel, and I let you. Instead, you pick another fight with Alfred. You mock him in front of others because he can't read. You throw ants at him. You hit him. And don't tell me he started it, because everyone else told me you started the fight. Sub-Prior Remy just told me you disturbed the monks in the scriptorium.
Philip told me to practice reading.
The Bible, not the kind of book you were looking for. Then you go and waste your time in the cemetery and the market, and in the kitchen, and chatting to the Fullers.
I made a balm for them. I wanted to help them.
You should have been working instead. Don't you know how close we are to shutting down the construction? If I'd not planned ahead, it would all be over now. But how am I to plan ahead if I can't rely on you, Jack?
What? Watch out! Whoa.
Are you all right?
Yes.
Up here! Hey, hurry up, quick!
What's going on here?
Your son thinks I dropped the stones.
You were the one who pulled them up, weren't you?
Of course. That is my job.
He was probably angry because he might not get paid.
Alfred, stop it.
What?
Peter, what happened?
I'm not sure, but there was a monk. He was wearing a black robe, and when he saw me looking at him, he ran away. Maybe it was him.
A black robe? Are you saying this was my fault?
No, no. I'm sure I didn't recognize him. He wasn't from here.
No. Peter dropped the stone and doesn't want to admit it.
I saw a monk in black in the market.
Oh, did you? I was there too when you were. Tell us, what did he do when you saw him?
He almost stepped on a few chickens.
Wait, Jack is right. I remember now. There was a monk there, and he went into the cathedral.
I'll go up front and look for him. You check the back.
All right.
Where did he go? Did you see a monk walk by, a black robe?
Yes, I did.
I saw him too. He was in a hurry. I don't think I knew him, though.
People come to them.
Where did he go? Hey, you! Hey!
What happened to you, monk?
Mother!
Jack?
He's not a monk! He tried to kill me!
You did what?
Please,
I know you. You are with them. Did they send you?
Please, let me go!
What did they send you for?
Tom Builder! I was sent here to kill Tom Builder.
Tom?
What is going on here?
Take heed. I know you. I know your face. Tell them that you succeeded. Tell them that Tom Builder is dead.
What?
Tell them, or I will find you.
Yes.
Speak up, or I'll put a curse on you.
I will tell them what you ask. Please.
What the hell? What was that? Why did you let him go?
He was after Tom. After all these years, it's happening again.
What is?
Just tell Tom to stay low. If we're lucky, they'll think he's dead.
Why don't you tell him?
I'm the reason they're trying to kill him. It's my fault.
What?
We should never have come to Kingsbridge, Jack.
Excuse me, Philip? Philip?
I'm sorry.
Is everything all right?
I was just thinking about my brother. What is it?
Aliena is ready to go to Shiring with you.
Then I must not keep her waiting. As we rode, Aliena expressed relief that Percy Hamley held court in Shiring Town during the Fleece Fair, and not in her father's castle. I had not yet confessed to Aliena that I blamed myself for her father's fate. I felt the guilt and shame starting to rise when we came to a large group of peasants looking as desperate as the refugees that had come from Earl's Castle back then.
Philip stopped to talk to the peasants, and so did I. Of course, he couldn't pass by people in need of help. Not even when he was on his way to try and save Kingsbridge from another attack by the Hamleys. Two of the peasants broke into tears and begged for food. Philip was mortified as they grabbed the hem of his robe and pleaded for mercy. They said they were from Wigley. They had illegally erected a mill and hadn't paid taxes to the Earl of Shiring for grinding flour. I bit my lip when they mentioned the title that used to belong to my father. As punishment, the Earl had destroyed their mill. Philip seemed unsure what to say about Percy Hamley's punishment for these peasants. I was less hesitant. I asked why they'd built an illegal mill. The peasants told us that milling taxes had doubled in their village. The peasants shouted and cried that the Earl had also burnt their fields, destroyed their houses, and taken their livestock from them. A few of them had even been killed. Philip told them to go to Kingsbridge for food. As we rode on, he said nothing. Maybe he had begun to lose hope that he would ever solve his problems with the Earl in Shiring.
I had never trusted the Hamleys, but it seemed I had grown careless over the years. They had thus far kept their word to King Stephen, but now I felt I should have known that they would eventually break it. As I was thinking these grim thoughts, we passed by a gallows with two men dangling by their necks. An old woman stood by one of the corpses and snarled at us.
The old woman looked at us like a cornered animal. Philip demanded to know what had happened. She cackled and shook her head. She continued looking through the dead men's clothes. She'd already taken off their shoes and found a couple of coins on one of the corpses. Only now I realized that someone had tied foxtails to the corpses. Their hands had been cut off and their faces were burnt. I asked with a stern voice what had happened to the men. The old woman cackled and said that they had played with fire. When Philip asked that she should, by God, answer my question, she became serious. She told him that these men were poachers caught by the Earl's men hunting in his forests. Philip rode on, and when I caught up with him, I could see that now, more than ever, he was determined to talk to Percy Hamley.
Aliena rode by my side without knowing that I had long been responsible for her family's fate. Ever since I had made the mistake of trusting Waylaran by God. I felt like a fly in a cobweb. Every move I made seemed to lead to further calamities. But then I heard Aliena as she sped past me. "Shiring," she exclaimed. This is him.
A face like that never changes. If anyone can get you an audience with the Earl, it's Sheriff Eustace.
I hope Percy Hamley will show more understanding with us than he did with the people of Wigley. I'm concerned what kind of man Percy Hamley must have become to kill people for mere poaching. Good day, Sheriff. I must talk to the Earl. It's a legal matter of utmost urgency.
Get in line, monk.
Are they all waiting to see him?
What did you expect on court day, monk?
I fear this is going to take a while.
I'll go look for Richard. Seeing that he's going into battle, he needs equipment.
In the meantime, let's hope I can persuade the Earl to rethink this breach of our agreement.
I'll talk to Meg about the sales of the Priory's wool as well. We will find a way to keep the cathedral's construction going, Philip, with or without the stone and timber they took from us.
We must.
Repent,
for the kingdom of heaven is upon us! The end is upon us! Aha! It will all make Things are taking place that will lead our generation to an end.
Good to see you, Meg. I'm here to collect the money we've made so far.
Excuse me. We're in the middle of something.
What's the problem?
Even you merchants have become thieves. What a rotten place this has become.
He ordered the cartload of wool weeks ago, but now he refuses to pay the price we'd agreed upon.
Let's think about why the prices are so high this year.
So you can put more money into your pockets?
Actually, the Earl has raised all fees. It costs more to pass the gate, to set up shop, to get a license, and to trade.
I suppose. But the price is not as was agreed.
Did you use a tally to record the price?
But, are you with the sheriff? Just who are you, woman?
I am the owner of this business.
Oh.
Here's our half, Aliena.
Now, would you kindly hand me your part of the tally? There are more notches on our part.
2 pieces, 2 different prices.
Granted, adding notches to our part would have been much easier.
Aha! You're admitting it.
But the area with missing notches is thinner than the rest.
You're right. It looks like something was carved off.
What? Are you saying I'm a fraud?
Look, times are hard for all of us. I won't report you to the sheriff.
This wool will not make enough cloth for all of my master's servants' clothes. Let alone all the shirts he wants for himself.
Whoever pays servants and wants to wear many shirts should be able to pay the price for quality wool like this.
Quality? Yes, but it is not high quality. Now that you mention it, I see it. I cannot pay that much money for bad wool like this.
Now he's doubting the quality.
Fine. Then let me prove the quality of my wool.
Just you try. Daylight robbery.
We agreed on the price.
Maybe another fleece on top.
That's not the price we agreed on.
It is what we agreed on. 3. Both of us.
Not just gonna
Aren't you tired of Christian art? Their sad faces and dull color.
I agree. I'd prefer to...
Excuse me, would you care to give me your opinion on the quality of this wool?
Of course. Please, show us. Oh, how wonderfully soft.
And what thorough scouring. There isn't a hint of dirt or grease.
The fibre is exceptionally fine, and the colour is even and light.
Suitable for high-quality garments.
I'm glad you think so too. Would you be so kind as to confirm this to a customer of mine, should the need arise?
Of course. Just send them our way.
With all these taxes and the shrinking markets, I wasn't sure whether visiting Shiring would still be worth it. But for that quality of wool, I'll say it is.
I'm taking my business elsewhere. I'll take my business elsewhere.
You won't find a better price.
There are Flemish merchants just a few streets away. They were very interested in my wool, and they would be delighted to confirm its quality to you.
Anyone can let their friends lie for them.
Then we'll leave it to the people. We'll sell the wool at the afternoon auctions. That way it fetches a fair price for certain.
No, wait. Maybe we can negotiate. My master would not want me to leave here with empty hands.
Let's find a compromise. You buy the wool at the price we believe we agreed upon.
Why would I do that?
I will guarantee you first rights to my wool next year.
The prices go up when more than one bidder is involved.
I know. My master would not be pleased if I returned without wool one day. He's got an awful temper. Fair enough. We have a deal. I'll buy your wool at your price.
A pleasure doing business with you.
You've learnt well. A good merchant always strives for a deal that feels like a victory for both sides.
I had a good teacher. One more thing. Could you try to get Ovid's Amores for me when you travel to Winchester? It's a book.
Yes, I can ask Brother Theobald. His book collection is more comprehensive than the church would like.
Then he'll be the right one to ask. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Come on, I thought you had more to spare than that.
And a pig eat half of my crops. You thought the Earl was...
Have you seen a group of knights led by a man named Richard of Shiring?
No, we just arrived.
Us. Have you heard?
Whoever that is, he surely hasn't bought bread today. Why don't you ask the sheriff?
Have you seen Rich?
They came by and looked at a few swords.
Have you seen a group of knights? It's... No, they're right over there. I found them. No need to ask. There they are.
No right thoughts enliven me, while my stomach's hollow.
You hear? Fill us up.
But you haven't had a right thought all day.
Maybe I'll be the next Earl then.
Oh, that's awful.
How's well, at least...
Even in bad times, the Earl of Shiring has imposed new laws and taxes, and it makes times for...
I have to give money to my nun. I don't have... Any new information on Maud's army, Sir Alonso?
Robert of Gloucester will bring the Angevin. There are said to be 1,000 men. But Stephen will bring more, and we'll be with him to lead the charge.
Does Robert of Gloucester have skilled men fighting for him?
Damned if we know.
Victory and glory will be ours, one way or another.
Today we ride to Lincoln. Drinks are on me. Taverner! Another round for everyone!
You're the best, Richard.
It's Sir Richard.
Nonsense. We're all brothers, right?
It is Sir Richard.
Oh.
And here I thought you needed my money for new armor.
Oh, I do. A knight is only as good as his equipment. Have you seen Alonso's sword? With men-at-arms so well equipped, how could I fight alongside King Stephen less well equipped?
And inferior armor may cost him his life.
Only the best for the best.
Hey, you should be more responsible with our money.
I spend it on my reputation. What's more responsible than that?
You are paying for other people's wine. Some of whom you don't even know.
Knighthood is about more than fighting, Ali. It's a way of life. We fight together, we drink together, we die together.
Right you are. To hell and back we go. To hell and back.
Alonso, you make that sound like a bad thing.
But you could spend our money a little more wisely.
Do you want William Hamley to become Earl of Shiring or me?
What kind of question is that? If we're lucky, then he will never return from the Holy Land.
He already did.
What?
We ran into Robert of Gloucester's men. At first, I wasn't sure it was him. He wore the cloak of a crusader.
No. Don't do it. Please. Have mercy. My God, please. Don't.
And then King Stephen called out his name.
William Hamley, join me. We ride.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you.
You what?
This is not about you or me, Annie. Allowing the father of that monster to remain Earl would not only betray our father, it'd mean betraying everyone. William is a butcher, a filthy bastard without honor.
Mind your tongue. You speak of the son of the Earl of Shiring.
I am the son of the Earl.
Sir Richard, your father went against our king and lost his title and his lands. You are not the heir to the title, not as things are now.
What did you just say?
Oh, easy.
You treacherous bastard!
Calm down. Do you want to slaughter each other and help the enemy?
Accusing me of treason. You most royal man-at-arms.
Me or William? Choose a goddamn side, Alonso of Toledo. Come on, choose!
You disparage me for saying the truth. I've always been your most royal man-at-arms, have I not?
The one with the biggest mouth, too.
I'm just trying to keep you grounded.
How would you settle if you're in trouble? Oh, but then...
How dare you imply that William and his fat father have a right to my lands?
Now, can't you just agree to disagree? Please.
I've seen enough.
Percy Hamley's title is a fact, not an opinion.
It is not.
Do you have any games with you?
We carry the French game of Fiège with us.
If you bring it back before nightfall.
I will.
This is not about who deserves what. The king appointed him. You should come to terms with that fact.
What did you just say?
Now fight it out like real knights should, with a battle of...
Playing a board game.
You're scared I could...
Oh.
Now, let's start with a careful opening.
Good choice. The general who gives in to anger will send his troops to their death.
Exactly right. First, I'll focus on defense. Let's see what Alonso's got.
Ooh. Well played. A classic opening move.
Now's a good time to attack.
Oh, sometimes victory lies in numbers, but often it lies in a single soldier at the right...
Yes, and here I stride.
You reached the end of the board.
What a crowning. I got a king.
In Spain, we call it a queen. She's quite powerful.
All right, a queen then. Now I can...
You know what you're doing.
All right, Ali. I've got a queen on my side. When the sovereign has been claimed...
I could fight to the last piece. But a good commander has foresight. I admit defeat.
Ah, you ended this before it even began. Even a scribe would struggle making this an epic of glory.
This was about strategy, not showmanship. And it seems like Lady Aliena is an excellent strategic advisor. You work exceptionally well together.
He never makes compliments like this.
He's the tactician. I trust his instincts and experience to guide him.
But you yourself are an exceptional diplomat and businesswoman here. You complement each other in the way you think.
I guess you're right.
If you are wise enough to trust this queen's instincts in this matter, my friend, you too will indeed be able to take back the Eldom.
You think we can do it? So, can I rely on your loyalty?
You can.
Of course, we're brothers in arms.
Good. You've an important battle ahead of you. I'll bring you the money.
submissive creature.
You've done me a great favor.
We are glad to hear it. Thank you for returning it.
We always pass the time on our travels trying to best each other.
Finally. I mean, thank you, Ali. This will cover decent equipment. Nothing exceptional, but it will do.
Just promise to be careful.
I've learned a few tricks. I'll be fine.
Must you really fight? What is all this good for?
For Father, Ali. I will save Shiring from Percy Hamley.
But who's going to save you?
With men like these, I'm afraid I'm already beyond saving. For victory!
For victory!
For victory!
I see. I wish you the best of luck. I'll be at the marketplace, giving Philip his part of the money.
And make more money, I hope.
Damn taxes.
How's your family?
Open your eyes!
Here.
The signs are all around us.
Thank you. It should be enough to keep our workers around until I have solved our problems with Percy Hamley. But Tom said that without stone and timber, we will have to stop construction in a month.
You must speak to the Earl.
Have you finished your business?
Yes.
Glad to hear it.
Philip, I now understand why our market at Kingsbridge has had more visitors lately. Shiring isn't what it used to be. Steep taxes and strict laws have taken their toll on the town.
Is that so?
These merchants would give anything to do their business at another fleece fair, but there's none nearby. They need a place with fair taxes, one that can put those taxes to good use.
Are you thinking of a fleece fair in Kingsbridge?
Call in the monk and the woman he's with.
You, impatient monk. It's your turn. The girl, too.
Me? What? Did you want me to come with you?
No. We're not first in line, are we?
Well, lucky you, then. Get moving. Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge. The Earl of Shiring.
Thank you for hearing me, old Percy. Please allow me to introduce my friend, Aliena of Kingsbridge.
I knew it was you. Oh, it doesn't sound like you missed me.
I demand to talk to the Earl of Shiring. He has broken his word.
You are talking to the Earl of Shiring.
Bishop Whaler.
The enemies of this earldom have taken Percy Hamley from our midst.
Mother!
Do you consider yourself a friend of the earldom of Shiring, Philip?
Friend? That damn monk is drinking the blood of my earldom!
It is not for us to damn them, Lord William. But judge them we must.
I don't take as kindly to thieves as my father did. Shiring is changing.
What crimes did we commit then?
The king has never licensed a market in Kingsbridge.
Your market is illegal, Philip.
You are stealing my taxes by allowing my people to trade in your sorry priory, and you disrespect my authority!
Is that true, Philip?
I will talk to the king about this.
You, your friends and your brother have always played by your own rules. But not anymore.
Francis? Where is my brother?
He got what he deserved.
Where is he? Tell me!
Fracture for fracture? Eye for eye? Tooth for tooth. The days of Kingsbridge Cathedral are over.
Now leave. The next time I will show no mercy.
I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the Priory, and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln. More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of. As King Stephen prepared for his fight, then, at nightfall, our group Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed I told Richard to have pity. Full of anger, he told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. Then the man interrupted us by shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and started to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me his temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man. After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting. King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. And then I heard a voice answering the question. And on the ground lay my brother, Francis. It was Bishop Waleran who had answered, and he took my hand to calm me. Then I realized his hands were drenched. I awoke with a start. I had a very bad feeling about Francis. I told myself I should never have agreed to go and see Bishop Waleran for him. Now I had not heard from my brother in a long time, and after Waleran's remark, after what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had
are late. Is it done?
Yes, my bishop. Their builder is dead.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
She didn't.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
Hurry up, my friend. Or do you not want to see our king after all?
I fear I must.
Then let's not waste more time. Come on, Philip. Where do we find King Stephen?
Who's asking?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
I've heard of you.
Good things, I hope.
Maybe. You can go inside the cathedral.
Where are all the knights and soldiers?
I should go first.
But this is a house of God.
Only 2 more days.
If they know what's good for them, they'll surrender.
I'd be disappointed if Maud would give up so easily.
My king! You have my sword!
Good! Who is that?
Richard of Kingsbridge.
Him. Now, what about those archers out there?
Ah, Sir Richard, you made it.
Had a monk to look after.
You should visit our enemies, father. They should be praying, for we'll cut their heads off.
Yeah.
Hear, hear.
There's no 2 ways about it. I have to go out there myself to see what's going on.
My king, Ranulf's archers are only waiting for you.
They know they'll be at my mercy once I've dealt with Robert the Bastard and Ranulf the traitor. I doubt they dare shoot me.
Stephen, be reasonable.
Henry, will the church for once shut up? We are at war. Wonderful. Now, I will go out there without getting shot in the head. I must know why they posted the archers up there today. Just for once, use your brain. Think.
Yes, my king.
My king?
You? What are you doing here? Have you come to atone for having your monks write that heretical book?
No, my bishop.
So you continue to doubt your bishops, your pope?
Henry.
How dare you show your face here?
Henry! I told you I am not to be disturbed.
This monk should be thrown into a cell. Maybe then he will see reason.
What? Because he doubts your miracles? I have to admit, having someone walk over red-hot plowshares, or putting his hand in boiling water to prove he's innocent, is entertaining. I give you that.
Stephen.
But the monk is right, of course. There is a tendency that your miracles conveniently happen when the Church needs them most. Whoever believes that to be a coincidence, or miraculous, deserves no place at my table. Philip the Prior. I remember you. I will make sure my brother won't arrest you. But I don't have time for you just now. Unless you have a solution for my problem. There are archers outside, probably looking forward to killing me. But I have to see what's going on out there with my own eyes, without getting shot. If you don't have a solution for my problem, do not disturb us. We shall talk later.
Our king's advisor.
They're right.
They are?
Don't worry, they won't waste their arrows on monks and peasants. But the king would definitely be a tempting target. Would end the war in the blink of an eye. I wouldn't hesitate to shoot the bastard of Gloucester either.
No, I should tell the king. If you were to dress like a poor man, not like a king or a soldier, the archers might not shoot at you.
This is highly inappropriate, Philip of Gwynedd.
It is. But he's right. Robert's a bastard, but his men are not without honor. I may try it. A good idea. You are Welsh, aren't you?
Yes, my king.
The Welsh are moving against me as we speak. They call themselves kings over there. Did you know that?
I do. I was born in the kingdom of Gwynedd.
Barbarian kings. Robert of Gloucester did well to enlist them for his cause. I remember how, when we first met, you told me you were worried about Robert of Gloucester. You saw it. I saw it. But no one else at this table did. Now he'll arrive in 2 days' time to fight us. Tell me, Philip, why have you come all the way from Kingsbridge to see me?
The Earl of Shiring, William Hamley, broke the pact I had made with his parents and you, my king. He stopped supporting our cathedral with stone and timber.
And why is that?
Because I made a great mistake. I have conducted a market without a license.
Is that so?
It was my fault. I thought the church did not need a license.
Did you hear that, Henry?
Yes, my brother.
My brother makes that same mistake all too often. William Hamley had the right to punish you, and he is a loyal friend of mine.
Yes, my king.
But I consider you a friend as well. I hereby grant you the same market rights as Shiring. It would be a shame if you didn't finish your cathedral.
Thank you. Thank you, my king.
What's going on out there? Of course. That's why all those archers are up there. Robert of Gloucester is not attacking in 2 days. He's attacking today. To arms! It's an ambush.
Do not use the front entrance.
They knew that would draw us out. I need my horse.
As Stephen and his men went to face the approaching army, his brother, Bishop Henry, urged me up to the top of the cathedral. His fear had made him forget about our dispute. I had never been that high up.
Pray with me, Philip. Pray that Stephen will win, so this war can end.
I closed my eyes to pray. And I forgot about Kingsbridge, and the market, and what I wanted. I simply prayed for peace. And as I did, I realized that ever since the dream about my parents, I had not prayed. What if, as in the dream, my prayers would not be heard now? I begged the Lord to make me see. To make me see that he was there.
Philip, look!
I was too far away to understand what was happening.
Robert's men. They're winning. Stephen is lost.
It felt like the world was spinning under my feet. I was afraid that I would fall. I closed my eyes. And then I saw.
They're breaking through the church doors!
Where are the women?
And then I knew it was us. Only us. No devil to harm us. No God to protect us. Only us.
Philip was gone for 2 weeks. We had no idea what had happened to him. To be true, we had other things on our mind. Ali and I.
Are you sure we're alone?
Right now, there's only you and me.
Look at that.
Told you.
I hope Philip and Richard are all right.
Me too.
Say, Jack, have you read our book?
What about you? What did you think?
I thought you said
No, this is Philip's fault. If all this falls apart because he set up an illegal market, he alone will be responsible.
I have faith in him, and so should you. Who else could save Kingsbridge if not him?
Do you still remember the text?
Well, do you?
Well... I think I remember one part.
Oh? And which one was that?
Before me, she stood, her clothing set aside. No flaw to be found in all her body.
All clothing was set aside?
All of it.
And there was no flaw?
No flaw at all.
Oh, his shoulders and his arms I saw and I caressed. And then his chest, a form made to be felt and touched.
Careful there.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Don't be. How flat her belly beneath her slender waist. Her flanks, what form. What perfect thighs.
Yours are remarkable as well.
That's not how the text goes.
Is it not?
Maybe it is.
Why recall each aspect? Nothing that I saw lacked perfection. As I hugged my naked body close to his.
Ali,
Yes?
I love you.
I love you too. I always will.
Did you hear something?
No. It's only us, Jack. You and me.
It is us. Only us.
Hey! Philip the Prior! Monk! That's better. Never let them see you weak. Stand tall. What is there to look at, monk?
Why do you do all this?
Because I want to. No god, bloodline, or fate made me king. I took the throne. I chose to rule, and I chose to fight. And I'm not done yet.
Is it worth all these lives?
To Best Maud? By God, yes. It's a game that I intend to win.
How many died?
What?
How many people died in the battle?
Too many. I even lost my horse. But Robert is not an animal. I'll give him that. Or we wouldn't be here.
What about Ranulf's men?
Probably glad to be out of the castle after all that time. Probably looking for women and getting drunk.
Richard!
Don't draw attention to yourself. Not when they have you in a cage. Not if you're the king.
Why am I in here?
You are with us, are you not?
I prayed for peace.
Peace is the wait between one battle and the next. You were right about William Hamley.
How so?
The moment the battle took a turn for the worse, he and his men switched sides. The Earl of Shiring is fighting for Maud now, and for Robert.
William Hamley is only fighting for himself, and for Bishop Waleran.
Go home, Philip.
How?
I will tell the guards there's no reason to hold you.
But you're not king anymore, are you?
Before too long, the throne will be mine again. And these people here know it.
Thank you.
Hold your market. Stand your ground. William Hamley will have no legal way of going against you.
What about you?
My loyals will make their moves. The game is not yet over. I ordered them to capture Robert to make an exchange. Maud knows it's not over. She'll savor each day that she has me under lock and key. She is her father's daughter, but the throne of England is mine.
If you want peace, if you want to save the lives of the innocent, you have to give up.
Never. That's the only thing I'm not good at.
Then there really is no hope.
Guards! Release the monk!
In the last 2 days of the Fleece Fair, we have collected more money than we did during the last 3 markets combined.
Is the Earl of Shiring not opposed to us doing a fleece fair of our own?
The law protects us.
And our lord.
He is. Our time of trepidation is finally over.
It will never be over.
What did you say, Philip?
Nothing. The music is too loud.
Our prior is right. The display out there is not appropriate for our monastery.
The fair will be over soon. And by then, Kingsbridge will be self-sufficient.